Hi all, welcome to my channel SST Corner for Grade 10. Today we are going to discuss the third part of the chapter Nationalism in India. So we will be seeing the Towards Civil Disobedience, the Salt March and the Civil Disobedience Movement or CDM. Now, Mahatma Gandhi called off non-cooperation movement. We saw in the last part what was non-cooperation and how was its impact, and it was called off because the non-cooperation movement turned violent. So when it was called off in February 1922. Now, stand of Congress. So many leaders were protesting and were following the non-cooperation movement. And after non-cooperation movement, many leaders were tired. Now, after the movement, non-cooperation movement, the leaders they want to participate in the council elections. So C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru made a Swaraj party within the Congress. So within the Congress, C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru made a Swaraj party. Now, but young leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose pressed for more radical mass agitation and for full independence. So Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose wanted full independence. Now, when these problems were going on, the two factors were shaping the Indian politics. Now, when these problems were going on, the Great Economic Depression came. We will be learning in the making of the global world now, and due to there were two factors. One was Great Economic Depression and the Simon Commission. Because of this Great Economic Depression, agricultural prices fell from 1926 to 1930, and exports declined due to less demand. Because there was a less demand, exports also were declined. Peasants of India were in a turmoil. Turmoil means great problem. Now, by 1913, the countryside was in a great problem. Now, what happened? Now, Tory government set up Simon Commission to suggest changes into the constitutional system in India. Now, the Britishers tried to suggest some changes in our constitutional system, and this Britishers launched a commission known as Simon Commission. In that commission, there were no Indian members; only British members were there. Why the Simon Commission was launched means to suggest changes into the constitutional system in India. Now the commission did not have any member in it. So now every Indian people opposed this commission because they will ask why Indian people opposed Simon Commission. The answer is because the commission did not have any Indian member in it. Now when the Simon Commission came inside to India, it was greeted with "Go back Simon" in India 1928. So when they came to India, our Indian people said "Go back Simon." This slogan was said by the Indian people, "Go back Simon" in India in 1928. Now, Congress and Muslim League together participated in the protests. Now, in an effort to win them over, the Viceroy Lord Irwin announced in October 1929 a vague offer of dominion status for India in an unspecified future and a roundtable conference to discuss a future constitution. Now, the Lord Irwin, a British official, was announced that in October 1929 will give you dominion status. That means dominion status means you take some power, like that British people are saying dominion status means giving some power. Now this Congress leaders were not satisfied with this. They wanted full power, but this dominion status only said to give half power. Now this did not satisfy the Congress leaders. Now this Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose became more assertive. Now the liberals and moderates who were proposing a constitutional system within the framework of British dominion gradually lost their influence. The liberals and moderates gradually lost their influence. Now, Purna Swaraj. In December 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, the Lahore Congress formalized the demand of Purna Swaraj or full independence for India. Now, Jawaharlal Nehru said in December 1929, we will all celebrate January 26, 1930 as our Independence Day. They did not get independence for terroring British people. Jawaharlal Nehru said that we will celebrate what? Full independence in 26 January 1930. But more people did not participate in the full independence the Purna Swaraj. Only less people came to that Purna Swaraj. So Mahatma Gandhi had to find a way to relate. So Mahatma Gandhi was also very, very upset, and the Purna Swaraj was also failed. Now, the Salt March and Civil Disobedience Movement. Mahatma Gandhi. Now, what means Mahatma Gandhi tried to do a bigger movement. When he saw salt, he saw in the salt a powerful symbol that could unite the nation. So Mahatma Gandhi found in the salt. When he saw the salt, he found that the salt is a powerful symbol that could unite the nation. On 31st January 1930, he sent a letter to Viceroy Irwin starting 11 demands. So Mahatma Gandhi wrote his 11 demands for Lord Irwin to grant them. Now, some of the demands are of general interest and others were specific demands of different classes and from industrialists to peasants. The idea was to make the demands wide ranging so that all classes within Indian society would identify with them and everyone could be brought together in a united campaign. So Mahatma Gandhi wrote the 11 demands to what? Viceroy Irwin. Now what happened? Before seeing the story, a very important question will be asked from the board exam. Why salt was considered as a powerful medium by Gandhiji? First one, because salt is consumed by everyone, rich and poor. It is essential for everyone. Britishers had monopoly over its production. Only Britishers can produce, not no Indian members should produce salt. Now, salt had a tax in it. Now, in the 11 demands, a very important demand was to abolish the salt tax. Now, if the demands were not fulfilled by 11th March, the letter stated the Congress would launch a civil disobedience campaign. If you are not fulfilling my demands, the 11 demands till were not fulfilled by 11th March, we will launch a movement called as civil disobedience movement. Like that, Mahatma Gandhi warned the British officials. Now, the 11 demands were not a same thing. Irwin was unwilling to negotiate. So the 11 demands were not fulfilled by the British people. Now what happened? Mahatma Gandhi got very angry and started a march known as Salt March or Dandi March. Now it was started on the 12th March 1930. It was started from Sabarmati Ashram. The distance was from 240 miles. Now, number of people had started. Now, Gandhiji plus 78 people started the Salt March, and their destination was to go from what? Dandi. So, from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi. Now, their objective is to make salt and date of breaking salt law. They abolished the salt law. Date of breaking salt law was what? 6th April 1930. Now, on 6th April, he reached Dandi and ceremonially violated the law. In 6th April, he violated the law by manufacturing salt. This marked the beginning of CDM. So thousands of people replicated the same salt march by Gandhiji. Now, as the movement spread, foreign cloth was boycotted. Again, same thing what happened for non-cooperation. When the movement started, the foreign cloth was boycotted and liquor shops were picketed. Now, peasants refused to pay revenue and chowkidari taxes for what British people, and worried by the developments, the colonial government began arresting the Congress leaders one by one. Now, British people got very angry of Mahatma Gandhi, and they started arresting the important leaders. Now, this led to violent clashes in many places. Now, Abdul Ghaffar Khan is a very important. He's a great devotee of Mahatma Gandhi. He was arrested in what? April 1930. This picture depicts Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Now, what happened means, why now Gandhiji called off CDM. First point, again, like non-cooperation, the movement turned violent and nearly 10,000 people got arrested. Now, Gandhiji wanted political prisoners to be released. So, these were the three major things that Gandhiji called off. If Gandhiji called off CDM, then all the political prisoners will be released. And nearly 10,000 people got arrested. Very important. And movement turned violent as everyone started attacking the British courts and the government buildings. Now, Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Now, now the Lord Irwin said there is a roundtable conference in London, and he asked Gandhiji to participate in that roundtable conference. Now, this was known as Gandhi-Irwin Pact. This pact happened in 5th March 1931 in second roundtable conference were in London. Who participated? Mahatma Gandhi. Outcome negotiation failed. Now Gandhiji went with the 11 demands. You know Mahatma Gandhi wrote the 11 demands. No, then he took the 11 demands and went to London, and in the roundtable conference he asked them. But British officials did not negotiate it. Again, the outcome was the negotiation got failed. So it was a waste of time. Now later Gandhiji got disappointed. So when he came to India, he was shocked that Congress became illegal because Jawaharlal Nehru was arrested. Congress became illegal. So when Mahatma Gandhi came from London to India, he was very shocked that Congress became illegal and Jawaharlal Nehru was arrested and new form of repression was taking place. And Gandhi got angry and said to Britishers, we will relaunch CDM in 1932. So again, when Mahatma Gandhi got angry, he relaunched his civil disobedience movement in 1932. We'll be seeing what happened in the next part. So thank you all. Like, share, and subscribe. Till I meet you in the next part. Bye bye.